These Zootopia-style animation videos are quietly taking over YouTube. In fact, some channels have uploaded fewer than 40 videos, yet they already have more than 30,000 subscribers. Even more impressive, several of their videos have passed 1 million views. So naturally, this makes us ask an important question. How are they creating these high-quality 3D animated stories? Well, in this tutorial, I will show you the easiest way to create these viral 3D animation videos using only a script. In other words, you do not need to generate images one by one, and you do not need to animate every scene manually. Instead, you will learn how to create a complete animated story automatically, step by step. First of all, every great animation starts with a strong story script. This is the foundation of your entire video. Without a good script, even the best visuals will feel empty and uninteresting. To make this easier, I created a special prompt that generates a full 1-minute story along with detailed character descriptions. Even better, I have shared this prompt on our free Discord server, so you can simply copy and use it. Next, take that prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. Within seconds, it will generate a complete story for you. However, here is the most important part. It also creates detailed character descriptions. This is very important because consistent characters make your animation feel real and professional. Of course, if you want, you can also adjust the prompt slightly to match your own vision. This way, you still have full creative control over your story. Alright, now let's move on to creating the visuals for our script. However, this is the point where most creators struggle. Normally, when using tools like Higgsfield AI or other generators, you need to write image prompts for every single scene. Then, you must generate each image one by one. After that, you also need to animate each image separately. As you can imagine, this process takes many hours and sometimes even days. Furthermore, if you want to create longer videos, the workload becomes even bigger and more stressful. Because of this, many creators give up at this stage since the process feels too slow and too difficult. However, there is good news. There is a much better and easier solution. Instead of doing everything manually, you can use a tool called Catalyst AI. This tool can automatically convert your entire script into a storyboard. In other words, it identifies your characters, your scenes, and your visual structure, all in just one click. As a result, this saves a huge amount of time and removes the hardest part of the process. Now, let me show you exactly how to use it. First, go to Catalyst AI and click Start for free. Then, sign into your account. Once you enter the dashboard, you will see several templates. These templates are helpful, but since we already have a script, click on New Project. After that, select Generate from Script. Next, go back to ChatGPT, copy the script you created, and paste it into the input box. Now, you need to choose the number of scenes. The number of scenes controls the pacing of your story. In other words, more scenes will create smoother and more detailed storytelling, while fewer scenes will make the video faster but less detailed. For a 1-minute video, I recommend choosing around 20 scenes. This gives you the best balance between quality and speed. Once you select the number of scenes, click Generate Script. Now, watch what happens. The AI will automatically break your story into 20 separate scenes. When the scenes are ready, click Next to continue. After that, you will choose the visual style. Since we want a modern 3D animated look, select Computer Animation, because it ensures your characters and environments match the professional 3D animation style that viewers love. Next, the tool will automatically generate your characters. This is one of the most powerful features. The AI reads your character descriptions and creates consistent character designs. However, if you want more accuracy, you can also edit the characters or create new ones yourself. To do this, click Edit, and then select Create from Scratch. After that, go back to ChatGPT, copy the character description, and paste it here. Then click Generate. This allows the AI to create a more accurate character based on your exact description. Repeat this same step for each character. Once everything looks correct, click Create Project. Now, the tool will automatically generate images for every scene in your story. Normally, this step is very fast. Once it is finished, you can review each scene one by one. If you want, you can also add new scenes. And if something does not look right, you can easily regenerate or edit it. Next comes the animation step. So click the video option here. If you click it, you can animate scenes one by one. For example, you can type an animation prompt, choose a video generation model, and animate each scene manually. However, this process takes a lot of time, especially if your story has many scenes. So instead of doing that, go back and open the timeline section. Here, you will see all your scenes arranged in the correct order. Now click Generate All Videos. Now, you need to choose a video generation model. You will see several popular models, such as Veo, Kling, Sora, and others. Each model has its own strengths. For example, some models are better for realistic motion, while others are faster and use fewer credits. Therefore, it is important to choose the model carefully. For this example, I will select Sora 2 and then click Generate. Within just a few minutes, the AI will animate your entire story automatically. This is the moment where everything comes together. Your simple script is transformed transformed into a complete animated video. And the best part is, if any scene does not look right, you can still go back and fix individual scenes manually. Finally, let's talk about voice and sound. Go to the audio section. Here, you can upload background music or add narration. To add a narrator, simply paste your script text and select a voice, and click Generate. There is also an auto narration option, which can automatically create narration for each scene. However, in this example, since I used the Sora 2 model, it already generated animation clips with dialogue, music, and sound effects. Because of that, I do not need to add narration separately. Once everything is ready, click Export. And just like that, your full 3D animated story is complete.
Coming through!
Here you go, Milo. Keep it steady.
It's beautiful. Thanks, Bruno. Safe travels, Milo!
See you later, Bruno.
Go on, you'll be fine.
Okay, here goes.
I guess the clouds aren't letting up today. There we go. Steady. Let's go.
Now you can see how powerful this process is. We started with a simple script, and then Catalyst AI automatically created the characters, scenes, animation, voice, and the final cinematic video. In other words, it handled the most difficult parts for us. If you have been spending hours creating AI content, but still struggle to get good results, this workflow can completely change your process. If you need any help, feel free to join our Discord or Telegram group. It's the perfect place to ask questions, share your creations, and connect with other creators who can help you make even better videos. Plus, you'll find all the AI tools and the exact prompts we used in this tutorial, so you can try them out yourself. If this tutorial helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.